Alright, we'll go ahead and remove this crank, split the crankcase. We've got 10mm bolts all around the outside. We're going to take this spanner nut off of the crank here, as well as take the piston off. So piston pin, we've already removed the clip on the other side. We're going to take a punch if we have to and tap that pin out the side that we pulled that circlip from. So just take that punch and we can just tap on that crank and we'll be able to pull that piston pin and the piston right off. Piston pin, if there's any grooving or if it's seized at all on there, you want to replace that pin. Won't want to use that. On the spanner nut here on our crank, we're going to take, and this is actually a clockwise rotation to spin off. So I like to mark a spot on the on this one. It'd be this cam chain sprocket gear here and then the spanner nut. That way I know that I'm moving something instead of just continuing to hit and not move. So you take it, you want to tap this one clockwise and that'll loosen that right up. If this crank is moving, you can take and put something in there. You want to make sure you don't damage the surface area on the cases or on the crank if that crank is still good. So they make spanner nut sockets that you can get where we're not putting this spanner nut back on. We can damage that one. Now we've got 10mm sockets all the way around here. The 10mm bolts. I counted 10 bolts there. These are the case bolts. Now in this particular case, there's no bolts from the other side holding it together. So what we'll do now is just set that case like this. Now we'll take and tap on an area that's not going to be damaged. We'll go right here. And that splits that case. And that'll allow us to kind of pry that apart here. You want to make sure you don't pry in an area that shouldn't be pried in. That'll cause damage. Sometimes dowel pins will keep us from coming apart. Sometimes bolt well if we didn't get one taken out all the way. Sometimes just the bearings on a crank, those main bearings, will hold it together. So sometimes it just takes a little bit to get it apart. That crank looks like it's free there. You see it pop out of there. So we know that's not what's giving us fits. You can use two things to pry with. That's sometimes better. You can kind of just walk it out. So make sure you don't damage that crank if you don't have to. A lot of times if you can feel it moving, it's extremely close to coming out, but it feels like we're getting caught on something. There we go, and then it's splitting the crankcase. We've got your oil pump here. We've got your crankshaft here. We've got your rod here, connecting rod. We've got your balancer here. And we've got your oil pump gear here. So this gear just come out. A lot of times I'll stay with this assembly there. This here, I'll pull this crank and this balancer gear out at the same time. We'll have to use some pressure to get this out. You can sometimes just take something, stick it in behind there, just tap on it. Obviously, you want to make sure that you're not going to damage the crank or the case. That's about ready to pop out there. This one, unfortunately, there's no way to get to the back side of it. So what I'm doing here is just putting pressure on the back side. Just tapping on it, you can feel it moving. Came out there. A lot of times those are fairly easy to come out. I'm not sure what was holding that one up, but that is your balancer gear there. That is your case half.